this video, I'll be going over the best commons and uncommons for every color in Streets of New Capenna, so you can get ready to win games in your drafts or a sealed pre-release event. I'll be listing the top 3 cards and an honorable mention for every color and multicolor. In Streets of New Capenna, there are 5 families for different 3 color combinations. Each of them highlights a different card mechanic, so let's go over it quickly. The Obscura family is the Esper color combination that introduces a new mechanic called Connive. Whenever a creature connives, the player draws a card, then discards a card from their hand. If they discard a non-land card, the creature gains a +1/+1 counter. The Maestro family covers the Grixis color wheel with the Casualty mechanic. As you cast a spell with Casualty, you may sacrifice a creature with power equal or greater to the Casualty value to copy the spell being cast. Riveteer family creatures are from Jund colors, with some having the keyword Blitz. It is an alternative cost that allows you to play the creature with haste, but it draws a card whenever it dies and must be sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step. Cabaretti family is about alliances with the Naya colors. Alliance is a mechanic that triggers whenever another creature enters a battlefield under your control. Simple, but powerful. At last, but certainly not least, the brokers introduce shield counters to their Bant creatures. Whenever a creature would be destroyed or dealt damage, you remove a shield counter from them instead. Hideaway is also a returning mechanic seen in Streets of New Capenna, but it is only present in rare cards, so I won't be covering it in this video. But before we get into the best cards for each color, leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. I'm still figuring out what to do with this channel, and your support helps me continue making content. By the way, these clips were taken from my stream, so subscribe if you want to keep up with them. Hi, hello everyone. How is every single one of you guys doing? Limited sets are all about commons and uncommons because we're trying to assess which color is the best, and also we're trying to assess what are kind of our first picks, what are our middle picks, and what are our later picks for draft setting signals, and also what actually makes or breaks a deck, what can be a bomb. Generally, you want to pick the rare or mythic in your opening pack unless it's not going to make a difference, or if it's too hard to play it in a deck, then it's just literally not worth it unless you're rare drafting. But then it can also be a bulk rare, which is not going to be really worth anything, so you don't really want it in the first place. 3 mana Inspiring Overseer, 2/1 with flying. When it enters a battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. You see this, you draft it. You have this in your sealed pool, you put it directly into your deck. You're running 4 colors, all except white, but you drafted this card in your sealed deck, you're gonna play it 100%. Bro, this is so good. You have evasion. You have a good body for a flyer. You gain life, so that's good against aggro. It's only 3 mana and it draws cards. It's amazing. For sure, one of the best commons. 100%. 1 mana, 1/1, an Expendable Lackey. A human citizen that says for 2 mana, you can exile it from your graveyard and create a 1/1 bluefish creature token. With this creature can't be blocked. You can only activate this as a sorcery, so not during your opponent's turn. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. Actually, the 1/1 that can't be blocked is very good. We've seen this time and time again to be very good in limited formats because it just goes through any wall block, breaks standoffs so easily. In sealed, you definitely want to play this. Expendable Lackey might be one of the better blue cards. I'm actually going to put it in the best commons because it just works so well with Connive. I hadn't thought about that, but you get to give one of your Connive creatures a +1/+1 counter, and you get to still activate it from your graveyard to get a good unit for 2 mana. Expendable Lackey, you've earned your spot. 5 mana, 4/4 Girder Goons. Whenever it dies, create a tapped 2/2 black rogue creature token. It has Blitz 4. Okay. So you can cast this spell for 4 mana. It's going to gain haste, and whenever it dies, you draw a card. You have to sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. This is fantastic. This is exactly the card you want to play every time in black. You see this in a draft? This is a common carry card. Okay. Girder Goons. Fantastic. This goes above Corrupt Court Official, actually. It does everything you want or limited. You name it. It's a good body in 4/4 if you want to play it fairly for 5 mana. You can play it even earlier for Blitz. You can attack with it instantly, and then you can also get card advantage if you play it that way because you do draw a card whenever it dies, and you get the body whenever it dies with the 2/2 black rogue creature token. So even if you cast it for the Blitz cost, if it didn't have that clause of whenever it died, it would already probably be good enough for a limited format, but but it does have that clause, which just makes it an overall black limited common staple. Definitely whenever you see this, you want to draft it if you're running black. If in your sealed, you want to run as many of these as possible. It's great curve topper. 1 mana Goldhound. Artifact creature treasure dog? Wait, it's a treasure. It has treasure synergy. Sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color. It has first strike and menace. This is fantastic. Yo, Goldhound. This is a great card. Goldhound, already one of the best cards in red. It has very good early game presence with menace and first strike, so you can equip it with the jackhammer. And mid game, you can sacrifice it for mana. Late game, you can even not sacrifice it, and you can equip it with the jackhammer or equip it with other auras. I don't know. There has to be better auras. But yeah, Goldhound, very solid card. 3 mana Jewel Thief, 3/3 with vigilance, trample, and whenever enters a battlefield, create a treasure token. This is what we were talking about. This card is insane. How does this common exist? This is fantastic. This might be the best common in the set so far. This is fantastic. You want to run. This is the reason why you're running green. It's Jewel Thief right here. It gives you ramp. It gives you a good body. It gives you survival, gives you attack, and you can possibly get card advantage with the treasure token. I don't even know. This is hands down probably the best common in the set. 3 mana Azorius, 2/3 flyer, celestial regulator. Whenever it enters the battlefield, choose target creature you don't control and tap it. Sorry. If you control a creature with a counter on it, the chosen creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. That's fantastic. That might be the best 2 mana color identity common drop. I think I'll put that right away. Celestial regulator. That seems fantastic. Yeah, very, very, very good. You're going to be very happy to play this. In fact, I would go as far as to say if you're not getting good rares or uncommons, maybe even if you're getting good uncommons, you might want to first pick your celestial regulator out of the draft pack and kind of try to splash for it, because it just seems that good. A 3 mana 2/3 flyer that just locks a creature. Yeah, very good, very good. 2 mana Citizen's Crowbar. Artifact equipment. Whenever it enters a battlefield, create a 1/1 citizen creature token and then attach Citizen's Crowbar to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has 1 white mana to tap it, and you can sacrifice a crowbar to destroy target artifact or enchantment. This seems fantastic. Citizen's Crowbar. What a good equipment. What the heck? Citizen's Crowbar. Yep, definitely one of the best white uncommons, bar none. You get a 2/2, you get a citizen, which there are citizen synergies, and you get utility, and you get removal, and you just get everything. You get a buff. Everything you want comes in Citizen's Crowbar. Fantastic card. Psychic Pickpocket, 5 mana 3/2. Whenever it enters a battlefield, it connives. If it connives this way, return 1 target non-land permanent to its opponent's hand. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. It's a 5 mana bounce that connives, that gives you, that filters a card, or it can be a 4/3. Oh my gosh, you always want to play this. You get as many of these as you can. Rafine Silencer, 3 mana 1/1. When it enters a battlefield, it connives. Conniving is pretty good. When it dies, target a creature an opponent controls gets -X until end of turn, where X is Rafine Silencer's power. So assuming you discarded a non-land card with it, it would be getting -2/2. Okay. This is a definite like 3-for-1 actually in a lot of scenarios. So Rafine Silencer, I'm gonna put this in one of the best black uncommons we've seen so far. Rafine Silencer, it can be actually a 3-for-1, most often a 2-for-1, because your opponent can kill this pretty easily, and then sometimes they won't even have a creature you can kill it with, but just the conniving is already good enough usually. Riveteer's Requisitioner, 2 mana 3/1, that says whenever it dies you can create a treasure token. So for 3 mana, you can give this Blitz. So it'll get haste, it'll draw you a card, and it'll be sacrificed at the end of the turn, giving you a treasure token for 3 mana. Actually ramps you. This seems actually like a fantastic card. It's nothing to scoff at. Even playing it at your second turn, it'll be very good. Playing it at turn 3, it's actually going to be very good too. Yeah, Riveteer's Requisition. Very good card for red right off the bat here. Cleanup Crew, 6 mana 6/6. Whenever it enters a battlefield, you can either destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, exile target creature from a graveyard, or gain 4 life. This is, of course, one of the best cards for green in uncommon. Cleanup Crew. It's amazing. Very good flexibility, very good body. It does whatever you want at a good cost for a good body. I'm going to put it above Riveteer's Decoy, but I mean, it's pretty close. So what we're looking for with these best uncommon multicolored are the multicolored uncommons that you can first pick in your draft. Assuming that your rare is not going to be better than it, obviously, or that you're going to second pick it, or that you can basically splash or pivot because of these cards. They are so good that they can make or break your draft. The hold for ransom as a trap, because a lot of people are just going to look at this and think it's pacifism, and it's so much worse than pacifism, especially on this limited. For 4 mana and 1 green-blue hybrid, it has base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. I mean, unless you're in the colors, it might be playable, but until turn 5, it's just going to be a useless 0/4 that doesn't actually do anything. Sure, it'll stop them from attacking turn 1 if they're an aggressive deck. If they're not an aggressive deck, they don't care about this at all. If they are an aggressive deck, they're gonna care about it turn 1, they want to attack turn 2, they already have a board, and they're gonna keep attacking with no repercussions. You're just gonna be able to block one of them. So it's never gonna be that good. In actual draft, it's pretty hard to actually warrant this kind of card being so slow and so useless. At 5 mana, you want to be playing better things. You don't want to be waiting until your opponent's turn to activate this. Unless you're a blue deck and you can possibly draw during their turn. But still, it's just not that good.